The Control Components branch of the Schematic Elements library contains a variety of components that can be used in conjunction with any control in your Q-SYS design. As you hopefully know already, every control in your design has a control pin that is associated with it, which can either accept information from another control or send its own information forward to another control. If you're not familiar with exposing control pins, wiring them together, or with adding new controls via the custom controls component, I'd highly recommend that you check out our video on control pins before you move forward. Welcome back. So, in the video that you just hastily rewatched, we mentioned that controls express themselves both textually and numerically. That was actually a bit of a simplification, so I'd like to discuss this in a little bit more detail now. The reason we didn't go deeper in the introductory control pins video is because the explanation of this actually involves a little bit of scripting. When you refer to a Q-SYS object in script, there are a lot of parameters you might reference. These are all represented by the name of the object dot the name of the parameter. Every parameter describes some aspect of the object. For instance, if you were to describe a bottle of soda, you might have bottle.height and bottle.width as numerical fields. You might have bottle.brand and bottle.color as textual fields. You might have bottle.isOpen and bottle.iscarbonated as true-false fields. You might even have bottle.full or bottle.delicious as percentages within an object-specific range. This is known as the control tree. Each parameter is a branch off of the main trunk of the control. This same control tree idea is true with every Q-SYS control. A control's numerical parameter is its dot value. A fader or gain knob can have a wide variety of values, while a button will have a value of 1 for on and 0 for off. A control's textual parameter is its dot string. Buttons have strings of true or false, while text fields use this textual string for its full description. Controls also have a dot position, which is a percentage represented between the range of 0 and 1. A fader set to half would have a position of 0.5, for instance, while a button that toggles between on and off would jump to the top and bottom of its position range, 1 and 0. This is coincidentally the exact same as its value, so be careful not to get these mixed up. Controls have a wide variety of other parameters, including dot color for their visual color, dot legend for their label, and others such as dot is invisible to describe its appearance, which we won't get into right now. For the purposes of wiring controls with control components, the dot value, dot string, and dot position parameters are the most important ones to understand. In fact, if you look at any component in the help file, you'll notice that their controls are usually listed in terms of their possible values, strings, and positions. You won't actually see these terms used anywhere on the components when you start wiring them together, but understanding them may be critical to make sure your components do what you want. It's also worth noting that you can hover your mouse over a control pin to see its current string. Let's open the control training worksheet and look at the first exercise in the control components category. We provided you a variety of controls and then display the dot value, dot string, and dot position parameters for each one. Just spend a minute or two interacting with these controls to get more familiar with these three parameters, and then move on to the next video whenever you're ready.